Alright, what's going on, guys? So, the new Warzone map is dropping tomorrow. Well, actually, today, I think, when you're watching this video. But in anticipation of this, they dropped the Season 1 roadmap for Vanguard, where you can kind of see what all the upcoming content is going to be. And I'm actually excited about the new Warzone map, at least. I haven't really played too much multiplayer since Halo came out. But I did get on for a little bit when Shipment dropped, just to check it out, see what was going on. But for some reason, it seems that every time they remake Shipment, it just keeps getting worse. Like, in Modern Warfare, they made it to where you can get on top of just like one of the crates and hide up there in your little safe space or whatever. In Vanguard, for whatever reason, you can now get on top of every single crate on the map. So I load it up and, I just see kids sitting on top of every single crate mounted up behind deployable covers and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm good on this shit, bro. But the new Warzone map is definitely gonna be a bigger deal. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well, man. I mean, clearly Warzone is the #1 priority for Call of Duty these days. So I would hope at the very least they did a good job on that, since that's the only thing they care about. But anyways, as part of this news, we started to get a preview of some of the new store bundles and the battle pass and stuff like that. And the reason that I bring this up, just to refresh everyone's memory real quick, or maybe for those of you that are not aware, when the game first dropped, people, and more specifically pro players, were asking if they could add a trophy system to the game, because as you know, the nades and the stuns in this game can get kind of crazy. So it's very annoying in pubs, but for competitive, I would say it's almost necessary because of how ridiculous it is. And the developer was asked this question on stream, and he literally said, no, we're not going to do that because it's not realistic to the time period of World War II. Now, obviously, all of us actually have some common sense, so we can see that that's a pretty stupid reason, because half the shit in this game is not realistic at all, and Call of Duty is simply not a realistic game, and it never has been. So that's just a terrible excuse, and since that point, the developers have constantly be getting roasted, as they should be, because that was just a terrible excuse. Like, it was an insulting excuse. Like, it makes me feel like they think we're all idiots and we're just gonna believe that reason. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But today was really the cherry on top, because they showed us some of these upcoming cosmetics that they're gonna be putting in the store. And let me just put some of these up on the screen so you guys can take a look and just see how realistic these items are, because I'm sure soldiers were storming the beach with a fucking pack-a-punched MP40, right? That makes sense, that's very realistic. Now, I will admit, they do look cool. They actually look much better than the camos you can unlock in the game, which, I mean, of course they do, right? Because those camos are free, they would never give you a cool camo for free. The point is, now they look even more hypocritical than they already did by releasing this shit, because clearly the message should not have been, we will not add anything to the game that is not realistic. The message should have been, we will not add anything to the game that is not realistic unless we can make you pay for it. Then we will. Like, do you just not have any shame, man? Like, does it not bother you that the whole community looks at you like you're scum? Like, does it not bother you that everyone thinks that you're a bunch of morons? I mean, probably not. They're too busy getting drunk at work and getting sued, so, they probably don't care about simple things like this. But I thought it's important to just point out the hypocrisy of their actions. Nothing new, of course, but once again, worth pointing out. You know what's actually kind of crazy, right? I've been playing Halo a lot, and Halo is the complete opposite, right? The gameplay on Halo is very good. You can tell, they spent a lot of time trying to do a good job with that. They just messed up on everything else. Like, the microtransactions and the battle pass on Halo are just terrible. Like, I actually want to spend money on Halo. Like, I want to give them my money and buy some cool shit, but they just don't really offer anything that cool. Like, the professional team skins, those are pretty well made. Like, those look good. But everything in the battle pass and like the other skins and like the basic ass camos that they have, like, it's all just like trash or like a ripoff. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And then we have COD, where the gameplay is shit, and you can see that, they didn't spend much time trying to perfect the gameplay, but they sure did spend a lot of time making some cool-ass camos and some cool skins and a nice battle pass. It's clear to see where certain developers' priorities are, but, is it too much to ask for that we get a game that can do both? Is that just too much? I don't know. Honestly, I think the only one that comes to mind is probably Prime Fortnite. That might be the only game that did both well, at least for a short period of time. Like the first, 4 or 5 seasons of Fortnite, the gameplay was really good, the skins were good, the battle pass was good, it was all pretty solid, but obviously that didn't last very long. Then they ruined the gameplay. I think the skins are still pretty good. I see it on Twitter from time to time. They're still doing collabs and stuff. They got some cool skins. Unfortunately, the gameplay is not the same anymore. But it would be great if we could get a game that does both correctly, man. That would just be amazing, man. That game would make a lot of money. Early Fort, that game was making a lot of money because they did both things correctly. Unfortunately, it seems that a lot of people are not able to replicate that level of success. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. I just thought it was ridiculous that they actually said that on live stream and then proceeded to release all this sort of content. And I just have to wonder, do they see how hypocritical this is and they just don't care? Or are they actually that stupid? I'm actually interested in knowing the answer to that question, because I'm not sure. It could go either way. But anyways, y'all let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to hop on the new Warzone map for sure. Check that out, man. I pray to God they did a good job with that, man. If they messed up Warzone and they messed up multiplayer, what do we have left, man? Jesus, that would be terrible. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully the anti-cheat actually works. That's another big thing, man. If this anti-cheat doesn't work, Warzone's going to be ruined once again. We got a lot of questions that need to be answered coming up. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links to the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. We had a little educational lesson on why sometimes bullying is actually necessary to fix the problem, and we use KD as the example. But yeah, have a good day and peace out.